give me your definition, or if someone's listening, how might they, by definition, be an insomniac?
So I think it's interesting because insomnia sounds quite scary. I think a lot of people who have insomnia probably think they don't, because insomnia sounds like you're awake all night, every night, and you never get any sleep at all. But actually, insomnia is defined as trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, waking not feeling refreshed, more than 3 times a week, and having lasted longer than 3 months. So actually, if you're somebody who goes to bed and it takes you a couple of hours to fall asleep, or you wake up at 4 a.m. and you're awake for a couple of hours every night, actually that is classed as insomnia, and therefore treatable in the way that we treat it.
So we shouldn't be walking around saying or just accepting the fact that, and loads of people say it, oh, I'm a poor sleeper, or I'm tired all the time.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that lots of people do accept it. I mean, I meet people all the time, and when I tell them what they do, everybody knows somebody who doesn't sleep.
Yeah.
And I think people do accept it, and it's, in some ways, kind of having not enough sleep is seen as a badge of honour, that, you're working so hard, you only get 5 hours a night. So, some people kind of are quite proud of it. And I think lots of people don't really realise that they're not getting enough. They don't realise the impact that it's possibly having on them.
And if somebody's listening and they think, well, my sleep might be problematic, what are the signs, what are the cues for them in terms of their physical and mental well-being that might make you think, actually, you need to sort your sleep?
Yeah.
And actually lots of other things will improve.
So I think the first sort of signs would be if you're aware that you're just starting to spend more time in bed awake. So a good sleeper spends very little time awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering what time it is, or looking at the clock. I think when you start to notice those kind of things, and it's becoming a habit, and you go to bed thinking about how well you're going to sleep and whether or not you're going to fall asleep, that for me is a great point to actually get help. Then that can be nipped in the bud really early. And I think that probably the idea of routine being important is true, but it has to be the right routine. And I see lots of people who their routine is, I go to bed at 10 and my alarm goes off at 6, but they're not actually that tired at 10. And actually by going to bed at 10, they've rushed around, had to tidy the whole house, make the dinner really quickly, chuck the kids in bed, no time to do anything, and then dash to bed. So I would say, well, actually, why don't you go to bed at 11? And then you've got a whole hour there, which is time to wind down, de-stress, get a few jobs done for tomorrow, clear your head a little bit, enjoy some time. So go to bed later, but that quality would be better, because for me it's quality of sleep, not quantity. Yeah, I mean, quantity is great. If you can get both, then obviously great, but it's far more important to get 6-7 quality hours of sleep than 8 broken hours because you're striving for 8.